All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we have a watch from a brand that honestly, guys, I'd never heard of until they reached out to me. Now, I'm going to call this AGELOCER. If I'm butchering that, please let me know down below in the description, but that's the way I'm going to pronounce it. So the watch did come in an outer box, but I went ahead and pulled it out of there so we can just take a quick look at it here. Did come with this nice cleaning cloth. You have a warranty card here. This international warranty is good for 2 years on their watches for most of the things you'd expect a warranty to be good for. And then they do have their user's manual in here, which does cover a number of different watches. It's not just for the watch that we're going to take a look at today. It covers most of their movement types and case types and everything like that, so you know how to use your watch out there. So this is a really interesting one. So guys, I've never had a true tourbillon watch on the channel, and from what I can tell, this is a true tourbillon watch. Now, I went over to their website. I will leave their website down below in the description, as well as some of their Amazon links, because they also sell these on Amazon store. So I'll leave both links for you guys to check out. But their watches seem to run from around $300, $350 up to over $1,000 depending on what pieces you're looking at. Now, this particular one, the Tourbillon, is on sale at their website. I will tell you that right now for under $900. I think it's around $860, something like that. And if you know a tourbillon movement, to get a true tourbillon movement for under $1,000 is pretty ridiculous. I think retail regular price on this watch is around $1,400. But let's go ahead and get it out of the case here and take a look at it. And full disclosure, guys, excuse me, they did send this watch to me to take a look at here in the channel. I will not be sending it back, so you will see the little paid promotion or promotional logo down there in the bottom. So taking a look at this one, it is a absolutely stunning and beautiful watch. Now, a lot of people don't like this just pure open design, but if you are really into watches, if you're really into mechanical watches, these are really fun. They're very interesting. They give you something to look at. And for this one in particular keeps really good time. I set it a couple of days ago, so it's been running for 2 days, and it's pretty much on par with my Tudor Black Bay, which also I've been wearing for a couple of days. 80 hours power reserve. This is an in-house movement from what I can tell from their website, from AGELOCER. It's a 25 joule movement. It's a dual barrel movement. You can see you have the smaller main barrel with the 80-hour power reserve engraved there on the back. And then this is the second barrel there. That's how you get that 80 hours of power reserve. Now, I wound this one up quite a bit. Matter of fact, you can see that smaller barrel winding up as I turn the crown there. But I did notice that on their website, some of the watches for these 80-hour power reserves actually come with a little battery winder, so you actually put it on there and it winds the crown up quick. I think that'd be very handy for these watches. When you have 80 hours of power reserve, there's quite a bit of winding to do on the watch. So I guess the big star of the show on this one, I'll bring it up here a little closer if I can get my camera to work for me. It doesn't want to play. There we go. All right, so is the tourbillon itself. And as you guys can see as I get it closer here, the escapement and all of the balance wheel and everything are captured in this one little piece of the watch here. You know, gravity, it's supposed to help with gravity and the way it's all affected. It's supposed to be super accurate. Now, I'm not I don't have a lot of knowledge on tourbillon movement. So guys, if you do and you look at this and you want to make comments down below about the movement and what you're seeing with the movement, please do. I'd like to learn more and know more about it. But the watch itself is really, I think, quite stunning to look at with the skeleton design. The sapphire crystal here on the top, lots of polishing going on. But just with the skeletonized framework inside of here, it's very interesting to look at. You do have hash marks on this rehaut here, so you can see your minutes here. There's no running seconds on the watch, but I guess you could kind of consider that tourbillon itself kind of almost like a running seconds there on the watch. Flipping it over and taking a look at the case back, I know I kind of already showed you guys this, but you can see the jewels in the watch, beautifully done there. And they got this kind of like gunmetal gray on the bridge work, I guess you'd call that, or the skeletonized bridge assembly inside of there. The logo for AGELOCER there and the 25 jewels. Again, I think this is an in-house movement. I didn't see anything indicating otherwise. You have your tourbillon up there, reference number there. I did notice that there is Bosch somewhere on this case. Yeah, you have Bosch, and I do believe that is in reference to the case style of the watch. Supposedly 50 meters of water resistance. I don't think this is a watch you're going to wear swimming or anything like that. They definitely recommend not for showering or anything like that, as the heat and the moisture can actually get into the watch. But nice, beautiful polishing around the bezel on the watch here, brushing along the sides of the case. You can see it does have a signed crown on the watch, and polishing on the bottom of the case and the edge there. So it really adds to the look of the watch. The strap itself feels very, very nicely done. Feels like it doesn't say genuine leather on it anywhere, but it does definitely feel like it. Now I'll get this on my 7-inch wrist and I'll show you how this clasp assembly works here, but definitely a cool watch. If you're looking for a tourbillon in your collection, this might be it doesn't sound inexpensive at, $800 to $1,000, but it really is for what you get in this watch. So let's go ahead and throw it on my 7-inch wrist. Of course, there's no lume on this watch. This is more of a dress watch, so we're not going to do a lume shot, but let's see what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. All right, so here's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. It's a good looking timepiece. Now, I'll get it off my wrist here and we'll go through the specs as far as the case size goes. But the strap is very interesting. It has this clasp assembly that kind of hides the strap. You have to tuck it in and, back under. But it does look clean. Now, it does need to break in, I think, because it's just not fitting my wrist really well. I think these stiffer upper portions, once they break into your wrist, that will become much more comfortable. But the watch does fit my 7-inch wrist very well. So let's go ahead and take it off the wrist and check out the dimensions. All right, so we have the caliper here handy. Make sure it's zeroed out. Very good. And the case from side to side, what I thought, a 40 millimeter case from side to side, probably about 48, 47 lug to lug. A nice 46.2, so that's why it fits the wrist really, really well there. And then checking out the thickness with the tourbillon movement, that's pretty impressive, coming in at 11.3 millimeters of thickness. It actually makes sense having all of that, complication inside of that small section of the tourbillon movement. And then you have 20 millimeter lug openings if you do decide to change the strap. So very cool watch from AGELOCER. Again, I'll show you the reference number on the hang tag that they sent out here. And there that is. This is the model 9001A1 in the tourbillon. They do have a couple of different colorways. They have one with the blue, the frame or the actual bridge work for the skeletonized movement in there is actually blue, which looks really, really good. And then they also have one that has the rose gold on it. So I'll leave links down below to their website as well as their Amazon store, so you can check that out. So, all right, guys, you liked the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.